Okay,
Okay.
take it away.
Yes.
Okay, I'd like everyone to carefully put their instruments down. Stand up, please. Everyone hold your balloons right here. Fill up our balloon. Now let it out. One more time. And then out. Drop your balloon into your belly. Fill up big balloons on big balloons, that little pathetic balloon. And out. One more time. In. And out. Great. Stay standing for me. Do-ti-la. Listen one more time. Do-ti-la. You try.
Do-ti-la.
La, ti, do, re, mi, fa, mi. One more time. I'm here to help you if you're having trouble remembering your solfege. La, ti, do, re, mi, fa, mi. Try with me.
La, ti, do, re, mi, fa, mi.
Mi, fa, sol, la, ti, la. Listen one more time. Mi. Mi, fa, sol, la, ti, la.
Mi, fa, sol, la, ti, la.
Let's try all the scale all together. Anybody know what modality the scale is? Do you think you know? Does it sound happy or does it sound sad?
Sounds sad, so I can say minor.
Minor? D minor. Try the scale on my for you. La, ti, do, re, mi, fa, sol, la.
La, ti, do, re, mi, fa, sol, la.
I thought everyone was pretty much on pitch. Everyone was pretty much together. I want everyone to pick up their instruments, take a seat. Can everyone just play a constant C for me? That would be the law that we were singing before. You know when you're both up to page 4? In the spotlight scale, it should be the first note on everybody's spotlight scale. And everyone is playing a constant C. Ready? Okay, everyone take a look at that scale just for a second. I want you to pay attention to the notes in the scale, not the rhythm. Okay? You're just going to pay attention to the notes. I'm going to do a little experiment here. I want to split the group in half. I want all the woodwinds to be my group 1, and I want all the brass to be my group 2. What we're going to do is we're going to start on the first note of the scale. Every time I go up one level, we're going to go to the next note on the scale. Every time I go down one level, we're going to go to the previous note in the scale. And just follow me. Now, what I want you to be thinking of is listening across the ensemble. So everyone, so group 1, what hand are you following?
You're
Right. Group 2, you're following this hand. Everyone, first note of that scale, please. Put your instruments in a safe place. Put them on your lap or on the floor. Listen to the first measure of rhythm. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. Can everyone try? Get out your paintbrushes. Try with me. Ready? And do, 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 do. My turn. Do, 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 do. Everybody? Do, 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 do. Let's try that whole rhythm together. Ready? And do, 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 do. Okay, everyone pick up your instruments. We're going to play that first note of the scale, that C, that concert C. Can everyone play that note again for me? Do we all remember? Ready? And now remember to play that first rhythm on that note that you just played. I'll give you 4 beats. 1, 2, 3, 4. Good job. Let's do that one more time. Let's pick it up a little bit. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, what is different about the second rhythm number 2, that's way off from the first rhythm? Yeah.
It starts on beat 4.
It starts on beat 4. So how are you going to do it? Well, one way is you can look at me. I'm going to give you 1, 2, 3, da-da. You look at me to get that pick up there. So why don't you just listen to me for 1 minute? 1, 2, 3. Do, 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 do. One more time. 1, 2, 3. Do, 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 do. One more time. Listen to me. 1, 2, 3. Do, 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 do. We're going to try it together just with our paintbrushes. Put your instruments on your laps again. So watch me for the first 3 empty beats. 1, 2, 3. Do, 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 do. That's okay. That's all right. Get ahead of me. Try one more time. 1, 2, 3. Do, 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 do. Let's try to add on, because I think you guys, I don't think you need me to model the second 2 measures. Let's try to put it all together. So sight reading the last 2 measures. Put it all together. 1, 2, 3. Do, 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 do. That was great, and the sight reading was really good. All right, guys, pick up your instruments again on that concert C. 1, 2, 3. One more time. 1, 2, 3. Now percussion. The third rhythm. That's all you. No one else has one in this piece. That's just you. Can you put your sticks down for 1 second? I'll put you guys on the spot. Let's just read with me. Put your hands up here, and we're gonna sight read this third rhythm on deck. So you can do it with me. 1, 2, 3, 4. Da 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 da. Louder!
Okay, I'm sorry.
Louder! 1, 2, 3, 4. Da 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 da. Pick up your sticks. All right, we're gonna try the rhythm with your sticks. You ready? I'm ready. You ready? 1, 1, 2, 3, 4. Ooh, let's try it one more time. One more time. 1, 2, ready, and.
Sorry.
Don't be sorry, that was great. Could everyone sing along with me while she plays the rhythm? So I want everyone to sing that rhythm on set, and percussion is going to play with their stick. Ready? 1, 2, 3, and. One more time.
With my stick.
Yep, get it. One more time. Everyone singing and percussion playing. 1, 2, ready, and. That was great. And great job everyone supporting the percussion section. Alright, so we talked about the C minor scale. I want everyone to do an improvising exercise based on the C minor scale. Okay, so think about the notes that we were playing earlier. Look at your spotlight scale if you need to. I'm going to give everybody 2 bars, and I want you to get just the first 3 notes of that scale. Okay, so everyone think about it for a second, and just watch me. I'm gonna cue you guys. Who wants to go first? Who wants to be the first to? All right. Okay, I'm gonna give you 1 bar. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, you're not even paying attention. One more time, Josh. 1, 2, ready, and. Ready, and. Ooh, ready, and.
Okay, thank you, Liz. Coming to Liz.
I thought all your verbal instructions were very clear, and you gave a lot of verbal instructions, but everything was just like, you do this, you say this syllable, and you comment on this beat, and I was comfortable following you as a leader.
Your whole demeanor and, kind of like cheering Jill on and, then having us do it, you had a very good presence, which I really enjoyed. You're, like Jill said, with your instructions, they were going to do this. I felt like I was on task and I knew, what I was doing. So you did a really good job.
Yeah, I like how you didn't really let many opportunities fall into the wayside, which is really good. Somebody accidentally went on and changed the rhythm. Well, that's great. You're already going on and ready to go into that. Everyone, it seems as though you understand it, so all they can follow you and see it. And that was really good. It's set something to see where what level class is at. They can do more than
Just kind of extending what Kate was saying, like even when you were correcting Kevin for not like being ready to go, normal Kevin, like it was so positive no matter what. Like I wanted to play just because you were very positive in any aspect, whether it was fixing percussion with us, them getting everybody to do it. It just added for everybody. Like I had such an ease. Like I didn't even worry about messing up with my kid because it was just like, well, you'll get it. Like there was never like a fear factor. I guess like a lot of kids have when they're first learning and nobody wants to mess up. Like even I don't learn that stuff now in college. So like, I thought that was really great.
Hey.
I really like your scaffolding on the rhythms, where you modeled first for half of it and then let everybody else read it on their own. I think that was really great. And with the percussion rhythm, I would say let the group do it first. Like, there's no reason why the group shouldn't learn the percussion rhythm, and it'll be easier for the percussionists if the whole group is doing it first, and then let her try it by herself, and then maybe bring it back to the group, because it's always important for the winds to listen to what the percussion are doing. So, but I always like to let the group go first and then individuals. But otherwise, very, very nice.
Yeah, I really like your kind of teacher presence and attitude, and I thought you kind of bloomed a little bit more as the lesson went on, because you seemed, but then you started smiling and laughing and joking around with all of us. I thought that was really great. I have to think of one thing. The syllable syllables. You got to be careful. But I know we say me and me, but that's actually may. So,
Not on la bass minor.
Isn't it do right?
No.
La ti do re mi.
Right, M-I, just the spelling.
Oh, just the spelling. I'm sorry. Oh, I'm sorry.
You just have to be careful with what you put to write down. Also, when you got to the top end of the T, latte, you did latte.
Yeah.
So just be careful. Latte.
I don't know.
But it's just totally careful about that. You don't have to play like
Oh.
the whole scale just to get a piece of where you started.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with that when you get lost. So, yeah, I thought that was great strength saying, and I think that we should do that more.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and on the syllable thing, you might, in this good lesson for all of you, if you're just kicking something off like this, it doesn't hurt the first time through to play them on the piano or play them on, give yourself some kind of pitch reference. Especially, and Liz did this actually when you were searching for me, actually, speaking of me, you were searching for me and then you didn't really find it, you went and checked it on the piano, right? And then, oh, there it is, and you're no problem. Same thing with T though. If you get up to that top note and you're thinking, is that right? Just plug it on the piano and make sure.
You know what happened? I was practicing the T at the top because this song goes up to the ninth, and I practiced it wrong all day yesterday. And then this morning I was like, that's wrong. And then it was
Yeah. Well, but there's the thing. See, if you, for all of you guys, if there's some little thing like Liz just described that happens, and you're going into it thinking, just if there's even a little bit of uncertainty in your head, make sure it's right the first time, and then it'll flow from there. If you pluck it out of the piano once and it's just right and you sing it, chances are it's going to be right all day, right? So give yourself that benefit because you're giving the students that benefit. And I want to go back to Pam's point about whole group first and then splitting off. I think that also would have been really helpful for everybody when you did the changing levels, right hand, left hand, half group, half group. Let the whole group play through each note together first. So they're sure about the sound they're looking for, matching it to the note that they're playing, and the fingering that creates that, or slide position, whatever, that creates that sound, right? Then once everybody seems confident with that, then you can start breaking out and letting them hear two notes at once and working in smaller groups and so forth. Okay, it can be, again, it's one of those little investments. Put a little time in at the beginning, and everybody's off and running after that. Okay. Many of the comments that you all gave to Liz ended up summing up into one important thing here, which was good efficiency throughout this. The fact, for example, that John said that you picked up on the fact that they were ready to move on, that you took things in stride and responded accordingly and so forth. Really good pacing throughout. You got a lot accomplished. All right. And on the flip side of pacing, I think that what Julian could have used on that snare drum thing, besides what Pam said, which is important, is slow down. If it goes twice or three times and it's just not quite happening, take it half as fast once and see if she nails that. And then if so, go back to 75% of the tempo. And if she nails that, then you're going. But it's the same thing. It's given a little bit of. It's going to take a little longer to play it half as fast. But then in the long run, she saves all those repetitions of it, right? So if you hear students faltering on, especially something rhythm and meter related like that, give them a slower chance. Okay. Anything else for this? Yeah, Joe.
For the hand thing, I thought that maybe like also starting with together, but then having like less dissonant things at first, and then maybe getting more dissonant. Maybe starting with thirds. So I was just like, it was really crunchy, like right from the get go.
I also, in TCM, we sort of did this exercise, the hand activity, except we wrote the notes on the board, and then it was like, okay, follow this hand and follow this hand, the same thing, except you would point to them. So at one point, I was a little confused what note I was supposed to be playing.
Yeah, I thought of doing something like that, but with everyone starting on a different note, I felt like I couldn't write it on the board.
Or solfege, maybe.
So yeah. That's why I wrote the words in the beginning. But
like the throwing hand signs might work. Like, memorize it.
I never remember the thing. I'm just like, ah.
That's true. I was thinking practice, so it would have been effective.
Yeah. I'll have to do better with that, because that would have been good, but when I read it, I know I don't remember.
It is effective. Yeah, I've done it with my band. It is pretty effective.
And what you got, the other suggestion too that you got to, if you can use anything that is immune to transposition troubles is worth your while, all right, to have at your beck and call, and then put it into use, get them comfortable with it. You could have little hang up signs on your board that say what that says up there, and use those all year long for different activities. You know? So yeah, finding ways to not have to dig into that transposition problem is worth it. Becky, did you have a comment?
No. I want to say one more thing.
Go ahead, Steve.
On the issue of when we're trying to get that third rhythm. I love what Dan said about as soon as you sense that, you'll always try to go with a sense of, when you're putting someone on the spot. If there were 5 percussionists back there,
it would have been better.
Right, but with one percussionist, then you got to start thinking, well, I'm putting this kid on the spot, and we're doing it 3-4 times, and they're thinking, all my friends are hearing me mess up. And so you can incorporate the group. They're learning the rhythm. They're also creating this group safety in numbers. And then there's a point where you have to have a vocabulary of what to say when a student doesn't need to work on it. You can't say good job every time necessarily, unless you did a good job. But with some students, they may keep stumbling over something, and you have to have a vocabulary of, okay, let's leave that for now. Boom, let's move on. And nice effort. Let's come back to that later, or some phrases that you have in your vocabulary. Because the default is always, because I want you to do this too. Good. Okay. Good.
Well, I tried to say you get it. I did see that. Like you get it.
Right.
That's what I say to myself.
That's a good point that Steve makes too, because when you're at all different ages that you may work with, everybody has their needs personally, And when you're talking about especially those sort of vulnerable ages of certain students, you really have to try to see deeply into that as quickly as you can, and you recognize that different students in the same grade have very different needs, personally again. So just trying to gauge those as you go. Yeah. Good. All right. Thank you, Liz.